Okay, then in this video we'll see AWS CloudFormation in practice. To be more precise, I will show you how AWS CloudFormation can help you provision cloud infrastructure. So let's do that. For that, I will go to Services and we need to find Management and Governance category. And under this category, we can find CloudFormation. We were interested in this one, and that's why we open this CloudFormation. And we just click on this Create Stack. As you can see, I don't have any stack. And stack is a collection of AWS resources, all right? So first of all, we click on this Create Stack. And in here, in the first step, we need to specify a template because we need to specify what kind of AWS resources we want. And we do that in the template. And you can read in here it as well. So it says every stack is based on a template, and a template is a JSON or YAML file. All right, so I will show you these files, JSON and YAML. So you already know about JSON, which is JavaScript object notation. So I will show both of them. So for now, we need to specify our template, and we have here several options. So the first option is template is ready. So if you have template, so you can select this one, and you need to specify path to that URL to that template. So for instance, if you are storing that template on your personal computer, you select upload a template file, and you just click and go ahead and you select your template. Or if you are storing it in Amazon S3 bucket, you need to provide a URL to that file. All right. So or you can use a sample template, which are provided by AWS. So if you select this one, use a sample template, you have a here drop down list. You click on this one, and there are several options you have. So for instance, LAMP stack, Ruby on Rails, WordPress, Windows, etc. and etc. So LAMP stack stands for Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP, and we can use this one. Or if you want to design your own template, what you can do is you can select the third one, which says create template in Designer. So Designer is a graphical user interface, so which allows you to design a template. So you select this one and you click create template in Designer, and then it opens up graphical user interface. So you don't need to program in here. It's very easy. It's just drag and drop. So for instance, in here, so it says to start building your template, drag resources from the resources pane. So resources pane is in here. So for instance, if you want EC2 instance, you find EC2. And then for instance, if you want EC2 instance, you just go ahead and just drag and drop. All right. So now this is a template file. So this is JSON document. And if you want, you can choose YAML. So this is a YAML. All right, basically they look like the same. So for instance, in JSON, so this is how looks JSON, and this is how looks YAML. All right, so basically that's it, and we are not gonna design our own template because you don't need this one for AWS Cloud Certified Cloud Practitioner level. So okay, I'll just do it quickly again. So we will use a sample template provided by AWS. So we will select LAMP stack again. This stands for Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. All right. So and if you want, you can view this template in Designer. For that, you can click on this one, and then you can view it in the Designer. So as you can see, it's just web server instance, EC2 instance, it's just, and there is also security group, and that's it. And you can read it in here as well. So for instance, here we have a database, but database is not a separate service. It's software installed on our EC2 instance. All right. So it's a database and database user and password and SSH. So these are EC2 instance types that we can select, etc., etc. So we're not interested in those things. What we can do is we can click on this one, create stack, and we'll be redirected to the previous page. All right. So as you can see, redirecting. Now, what we can do is just click next, And in the second step, what we need to do is we need to type a stack name. So in my case, I will write LAMP stack cloud formation. You can write whatever you like. And in here, we should specify parameters for our database. So database is just the name for the database is my database, and you need to set up a password. I will say password. So you can write whatever you like. So I will write just password. So and then root password for our database. So you don't need to know this root password and this user password. So here you just we need to type username for MySQL database access, and I will write just user. It's fine. So then here we have to select instance type, and we have here several options, and we should select T2 micro because this one is eligible on the free tier. So then here we need to specify our key. So this is for SSH connection. So so if you have your existing EC2 key pair, you can specify it in here. So I have here my first AWS instance, and I have access to this one. So I can show you what this one is. So if you go to EC2 instance, and so here it says my first AWS instance. And if I go to EC2 console, and if I scroll down a little bit, and I have here key pairs. If I go there, I have here my first AWS instance. All right, so I am using this key pair. And if you want, you can create another one in here. It's very easy. All right, so you need to specify your key pair in here, and you can specify IP address of your machine, but it's fine. I'm not gonna change anything here. That's why I'll just click next. And then here we can add tags and permissions like IAM role. So I'm not interested in those things. So that's why I'm not gonna change anything here, and I will just click next. And in the third step, it says configure stock options. So in here, if you want, you can estimate costs, but I'm not gonna do that. And then specify task details, etc., etc. If you want to edit this one, you just click edit, and you can edit it. So everything seems fine, and I'll just say create stack. All right, now it is creating a stack. So if you go to events, and if you scroll down a little bit, you can read LAMP stack cloud formation. It's a name of my stack, and status is create in progress. So it might take like 5 or 10 minutes to create this stack. So, and here we can go and take a look at the stack info. So status is create in progress, and we have other information here. So resources, so what is it doing? So like outputs, we will use these outputs later on. Parameters, the parameters of your database, like database name, password, etc. and etc. So if we go to stacks, you can see that I have now one stack, and which is in progress. And again, it might take several minutes, and I will see you when status is ready.